all over. First one, here it comes. Today on In the Wood Yard, it's processor day. We're going to start up the Eastonmade 22MB and we're going to make some little pieces of wood. Here we go. So yesterday I got everything prepped because I thought I was going to be processing wood, but that didn't happen because something else came up. So today is the day. Now it's already, I don't know, it's almost 3:30 right now. So I've got until dark. So that gives me, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, something like that. So I've got wood staged right here. We got the live deck loaded. I've got the trailer in place. So we're going to fire it up. And we're going to make little pieces of wood. And I got bar oil, I put fuel in, everything is ready to go. But before I start up the processor, we got something important to do. Something that I have never done before. You're about to see something you've never seen on the Woodyard before. Now, I know stickers are a big deal, and I never knew it was really a thing. So I never really made any, but I guess I'm gonna have to get some made. But I've been collecting them, and I don't know, I must have 10 of them from people that gave them to me, maybe more, I don't know, the people that have channels and they have stickers. Well, I got some in the mail the other day, and these have got to be put on first because it's from my niece. So this is from Millie at S'more Firewood, and there she is, looks just like her. And we're going to put them on the processor. So no one that I know of has ever put stickers on a processor before. Everybody does it on their splitter, but I got a processor. And I want to put it in a place that is going to kind of be out of the elements, and this is it right here. We're going to start the wall right here, and then eventually I might do on the ceiling here, and then maybe done on the control panel. So I got lots of space here. So for those of you that have stickers, you can send them to me. That'd be great. Or if you see me at any of the events, I'm gonna start slapping stickers, and I might even get some made. We'll see. So here we go, we're gonna put it on. So here we go. We're gonna go smack dab right in the middle. There we go. That is the middle. There you go, Millie. She's up. There it is. Check out her channel, S'more Firewood. Now, Millie sent me 4 stickers, so I guess I gotta give one to Tony. Maybe. I'll probably give one to my brother Ken, and then I don't know who I'll give the other one to. We'll find somebody to give them to. So there you go. She's up. Okay, now let's start up the processor. Here we go. It's already ready to go here, so we'll just turn this on. I had it on before just to kind of move some logs around. There we go. 75 degrees. She's running. So I'm gonna let it run for a little while and warm up. Doesn't need too much time when it's nice out like today. And we're gonna let her run for a while, let her warm up, and then we'll start cranking out the wood. Okay, so we're gonna try something I also have never done before. I've never done live commentary while I'm running the processor. So I got my mic on and plugged in there, so hopefully you're hearing me. And I'm gonna be talking to the logs as they come through and I cut them. So there may be some bleeping sounds because I tend to talk to the logs and I yell at them when they don't behave. I say nasty words once in a while. So if you hear a few bleeps in there, it's because I'm upset. Now right now we're at already, I've only been running it a few minutes, we're already at 111 degrees Fahrenheit for the hydraulic fluid, and we're in turtle mode right now. So it's running at 1100 RPM. I'm gonna hit the rabbit and we're gonna go up to 2200 RPM, speed number, or 2100 RPMs I should say. So we're going to get it up to speed here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to run all of the functions here because I like to do it just to make sure everything's working. First, we're going to check the wedge out. I just changed the wedge out. So as you can see, the wedge goes up and down. And we're going to do the tip tray. Tip tray works. I'm going to hit the ram. Ram works. I'm going to tip up the clamp. That the clamp works up and down, and I'm going to hit the saw here and just show you how that runs. We're going to make sure that looks good. Looks good, and I'm checking right now. I checked the chain just to make sure it's not too tight and not too loose. We're going to do the tip-up tray. There's the tip-up tray, so that works. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run the live deck, and I got 2 logs in the trough right now, so I might have an issue right off the bat here where some bad words are said. Yeah, I got 2 of them coming, dang it. So I'm going to try try something here. I'm going to try to have one of them come. Oh yeah, if I run it in just like that. There we go. It's hitting just right. So back, the log that's to the front of the machine is caught on the guard there on the side. So this log that's closest to me now came through just fine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this one. Oh, I got to turn the elevator on. There you go. The elevator's running now. So we're going to go thread and we're going to cut this one. Everything seems to be good. Make sure the wedge is centered. It's centered right now for this size log, so we're going to ram it through. There you go. We just made 8 pieces of wood just like that. All right, let's do that again. Tastes like more. Okay, give it a little tumble here. A little ramage. There we go. So now I've got a log over there and a log over here, which happens sometimes. You get a snake that'll drop in like that. But I think we're going to be okay because it's off to the side enough there. So I'll bring this one in. And as long as it's out of the way for not hitting the bar, the clamp can hit just the one that's on this side. We're going to see what happens here. The bar should grip. We're good. There we go. That worked. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do, and this is a trick that I do every once in a while, is I'm going to take the pickaroon here, and I'm going to hold on to this one. So I'm going to hit it. Oh, I didn't get a very good bite on it. There it again. Hit it. And I'm going to back off that log and hold on to this one. So I'm going to get rid of the snake head. There we go. So I have to do that every once in a while. There's other ways to do it, but that seems to work. Sometimes I'll use the live deck. I can back it up and I can catch on the live deck, but the deck is full right now. So I really can't catch it with one of the pegs on the live deck. So that's the way to do it. So now the length that I have it right now is I might actually have it drop into the trough while it's in a log. So I'm going to put the tip-up tray up, and bring it up in, and I'm going to clamp it, cut it, and then drop the tip tray. And then we're going to ram that one. And I'm going to do the tip-up tray again. I'm going to bring it in, and there it started to fall right there. And I'm going to drop the tray. And we're going to ram it. And then we're going to do the tip-up tray again, and I'm going to go just to the back of the clamp here, because that's 16 inches right there. And I'm going to drop the tray, I'm going to drop the eject door, and we're going to cut a cookie right there. That'll fall out, and then I tip up the tray, and then we're going to drop this log into the trough, and then we're going to screw it. So that's basically what happens. Now the snake that's in here is an issue. So I'm going to go back a little ways, bring it forward again. It's going to be a pain because it's way out there. So what I'm going to do is bring it close. I'm going to reach in. When you get crooked logs like this, they're a pain in the behind. So I'm going to roll it in. Get it to roll. There we go. Yeah, it's better to be in than out, because if it's in, it's going to get cut. If it's out, it might not cut all of it. And right now it's already at the right length, so I'm just going to go ahead and clamp it and cut it. There we go. And the wedge is as low as it'll go, so I'm just going to go ahead and shove this through, and I still got 4 pieces there. We're going to bring this in. High out. So basically right now I'm cutting the crooked part of the log out. It's going to be coming up on the next cut here. Right there. These cuts aren't real straight. They're actually kind of crooked. You got to hit the rollers here. You can see I got to get this one tumbled in. There you go. I dropped it in. And it went a little crooked, but it's still there. And then right here's the crooked part of the log. And after this, it's straight. And that's what happens. See how that came up like that? What there needs to be is on the actual push plate, we need to have more spikes, not so much those buttons, because those buttons don't do jack squat. If you get a piece that's a little bit of the angle of the cut, that's what happens. Back that off, and I'm just going to give it a shove in and try it again here. Sometimes if I come in slow, it'll grip it a little bit, versus come in, it might grip it right there. No, it's still going to go. See, that's a crappy cut on that one. That's what happens when you get crooked wood. So the easiest thing to do, so that I can split it, is just reach in, and we're going to turn it around. Give it a flip. And then it should be fine. It should be. Let's see what happens. Just Okay, so I'm going to do the tray again, bring this log in, clamp it, load it, split it, back it off, bring this up, bring this in, clamp this down, drop that. Get out of there. Oopsie, that was a bad move on my part. I grabbed the wrong lever. That happens sometimes when you're first getting started till you get in your groove. A lot of times when that happens, bad move, I said. Okay. Do that. And then to get that, see how I threw it in there? It's in there crooked now. So the thing to do is I'm just going to go backwards and then bring it up again. I'm going to tip up the tray again. I'm going to bring it in. I'm bringing the clamp down so I get close to it. So when it drops in, right, a little less clamp. Still a little bit less clamp. There we go. It dropped in. I go back a little bit. It's about where it's going to be. So I can drop the drawers. Drop this and then put the expel. Nope. Got the ram in the way. Sail, I missed it. There we go. So there's about 20 different things you got to do all at once here. Get in there. There you go. There we go. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to drop another log in. And then you're going to shake it sometimes you drop in the center better. That's what it's back up with. Well, it kind of centered, but it didn't really work on that one. Sometimes it works. Oh, there we centered it just by rolling it in. So we'll cut this one. Drops in, went right in like it's supposed to. This is a nice size log here. You get these 8-10 inches like this. Drop right into the software. It's really nice. Bring this one again. Once I get my groove, I can kind of bring the log forward while I'm. Oh, they got to toss this one. See, now I got a problem here because this one is sticking up because there's a chunk of wood underneath it. So if I leave it like that and try to split it, what'll happen is it'll shoot up on me. So you got to kind of watch all that little stuff like that. So I'm going to give it a little roll here. It's not going to roll. So just there we go. Okay, now we're going to do the tray again. Bring it in, clamp it, cut it, drop the tray. Get that out. Split it. Bring the tray up again. Drop the clamp down. Bring it up, clamp it, drop it. Drop the screen, and then we're going to split this one. Now the next one is only about 1 inch too long. I could see at the back side that it was just a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is just drop it in and split it. Because I've never yet had a customer say their pieces aren't exactly the right size. They only usually complain if they're too long. That they don't want because a lot of times they're putting it in their garage and they don't want it sticking out. Short ones are no big deal either. If it's 15 or even 14 inches, they don't complain. It's the ones that are, 19, 20 inches, that's what they don't want. So anything between 15 and 17 is perfectly fine. I've never had anybody measure, never had anybody complain about that. So, there's guys, they got to be exactly 16 or 16 and an eighth, they got a problem. So now I can see, right now, this log's got a big crook in it here. And the way it's sitting, I'm going to have to raise my clamp up because it's in the way. So I'm going to bring this in. Should I just skim under it? There we go. Bring it up to the bumper here. And we're going to raise the wedge up just a smidge. Oh yeah, that's just about right. And when this happens right here, you get a piece that sits in there. You don't want it left like that because then it's going to really get wedged in if you leave it. So a lot of times I like to go in and grab them and just chuck them out to get rid of it. I'm going to speed up my elevator a little bit because I'm starting to build up a whole bunch of extra stuff here. I didn't have it fast enough. Clear this stuff out. I got a piece wedged in here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise up the wedge, let all this stuff slide out, get it out of there. These out of here. A lot of times I leave on the edge like this and I kind of work on them. Now the tip-up tray is holding this piece in right here, so I'm going to hit the tip-up tray, get it out of the way, and now I should be able to reach in here and grab this one because that happens sometimes. So all those little things you guys don't see when I'm doing this. So now I'm going to put the wedge back down. We're going to drop the tip-up tray down. We're going to bring the piece in again. And we're going to go ahead and clamp it, cut it. Look at how crooked that thing is. It's like a big glue sitting in there. And I better go up with the wedge just a smidge. Good. that happens on some of the big stuff. I could just ram this through. Or what would happen, that piece I just threw in there would get cut in half. It would get between the wedge, and it would just get split in half. So now I'm going to hit the tip-up tray, even though I don't know if it's going to drop or not. It might have. I like to just have it drop in there. Split, hit the tip-up tray again, bring it in. It's kind of fat on this half. Alright, I'm going to back this thing off here. See how that's got a big knob sticking out here? I'm trying to get it straightened out here a little bit. That's not going to straighten out the squat. Nasty like that. So, hey, look at that, I got it turned down. There we go, now bring it back here. There you go, that way I can keep the small end on this side here. Clamp it right there. River. There we go. Tumble and get it straight in there. There we go. Ram that through. And then this ugly chunk here, I'm just going to ram it through and we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's a small one. We're going to take it right out of there. Okay, bringing another piece in from the live deck. Here it comes. Bring it up there. Get in there. Get in. Little clampers, little nuts. Ram it. Back it off. Bring it in. Down. Slice. Ram it. There's a lot of moving parts here. This right here, I could have left it in there. It would have rammed it right through. This other one here would have turned into a bunch of different little bitty pieces, so I just take it out. This is easier that way. So now we're going to hit the tip-up tray again because I got a weird looking piece coming here. A lot of times I like to roll them so that your knot is up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Because if it's down, it doesn't aim quite as right. So a lot of times you try to get that knot of that crotch where there's a flare, try to tip it up, and that way it just goes through better. Just from my experience. And I can't tell how long this is, so actually I think I might have turned a little bit off. Yeah, we'll go right about there. Should do this. I'm gonna drop this. We're gonna drop this. I'm gonna slice off a cookie here. Gone. Just put into the tray. Get a little tumble. The other way. There we go. All right, new log. Here she comes. Here she comes. This is a nice size one right here. I like these. I like about a 10 inch here. They just sit really good in there. Cut nice. A little bitty ones I like the least. I can get some of those. Make the blood! Pretty good. Backside, I get it 12 inch ready. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good right there. We're gonna drop this. Drop this. Oh, close the cookie. We're gonna bring this one in. Give it a tumble. Get in. Get. Lay down. Get in. Alright. Alright. New log. Oh, we got a split one here. Now, somebody asked me on the channel the other day how that happened. I don't know. My guess is the tree split in half when they were handling with big equipment maybe, or maybe it was a barber chair that far up possibly is my guess. I don't know, but there it is. Should have just enough bar to clear it. Yep. And we do gonna give this a little tumble here to see if I can get it. And that's how it's gonna go through. And it's flat. Put it again. Alrighty, making wood. I'm not even sweating. I've already started to put the wood. Facebook. There's that. The guy asked me the other day on the channel how much faster they think this is. About the same speed. Oh, that one didn't get split up right off the corner. You see how that did that? That's not good. So we're going to raise this up. Clear out a bunch of this garbage here. This one back in. So yeah, a guy asked me the other day on the channel. You would have been 2 weeks ago somebody asked this. I'm about 2 weeks ahead right now. I'm going to clear all this outside of this get right in there. Clear this stuff out. And drop the wedge. The guy asked me, he says, well, I don't think the process is much faster than if you're cutting by hand seems to be faster, and then splitting with the splitter. I can tell you this is easily 3 times as fast. And if I had really good wood and everything worked good and I didn't have to resplit, it would be probably 5 times as fast. So it's a lot faster and it's a lot easier, so there's that. There you go. Half a cookie. Trying to keep it. Oh, look at that one. That shot it. So we're just going to shove this right back in here and lower the wedge all the way. Yeah, so sometimes I'll do that. I'll just flip a piece over and just redo it. So here's what's happened if you get a piece that's laying in there crossways and you don't see it. That happens. You get that knocked out of it like that. That can happen. Alright, it's new log time. You got a nice size one coming. Oh. Separate these here, but I'm going to get 2 logs. What I do, I'm trying to tumble out one and get the other one to stay back. They're in there crookedly. There we go. I'm going to bring this one up a little. Try to tumble this one back out. Oh, dang it, I'm catching that one. They don't tell you about this stuff happens. That's on a double peg. I say go take the whole thing back and line them up and put them in the wheel. So this is better off if I just back off the whole thing, get it against the stop over there, and then it'll tighten up. Oh, I see, because it's got a limb hanging out the side there. That's what's causing it. But if I straighten the logs out, that'll help. The reverse is kind of slow, so right now I'm just kind of straightening the logs out. You guys can see it, or maybe you can. I'm just straightening them out, and then I'm going to bring the whole pile forward again. And I should get just one now. Because they were in there crooked, and that happens a lot, what happens is 2 of them want to fall in the trough. When 2 fall in the trough at one time, it's a pain in the butt. There, now I can back it off, get out of the game, and then keeps getting caught. If the logger would have had that trimmed off, I wouldn't have a problem. Now I should be able to there we go. Now we got it released. Right now, this is another dangerous thing right here. When you get a crotch like this, what's going to happen is it might hit just the tip of this. I'll bring this in a little bit. So what happens is that's going to shoot out because the back of the saw blade will hit that. Shoot out. That's where you really don't want to be standing there. You know, I got the chunk felt underneath it, so now it's sitting there. I could just ram it through, but this is holding it up. So now it's level. Now I can ram it through easier. There we go. Now the next one's going to do the same thing. I'm going to have a chunk go flying here. It's why you don't want to be standing. I'm might cut it enough to get it together. There you go, piece cool out. You guys see that? You know, and here too, I try to get the tracking part up. That's better. Now we're past the limb sticking out. Go. Give it a little tumble. Maybe not. See what happens? So I'm going to roll that over because right now it's sitting on the crotch part right here. And you guys can see it right there. I'm going to give that a turn over. So now it's sitting level. Otherwise, you just kind of aim it up. So now it's just sort of shot up a little bit. Yeah, so you really want straight wood, you want nice sized wood, you don't want any crotches, you don't want any limbs, you just want nice, straight, pretty wood. Then you can make some time. But that's not normal. Bring this down, back in, and get it to the back of the, there we go, it's right at the back of it, so now I can drop the injection, drop the tray, and I can clamp it. Go. Bring her in. Perfect. It's in the hole. Good buddy Bill would say. Or Carl, I should say. Carl. Carl was it's in the hole. Okay, so there we go. We're doing a track. And drop. Taj happened. This is a nice log here. I wish they were all like this. This is a beauty. Nice size. Really nice. Look at how nice this works. That's a beauty. That's right, you guys watch Skidder Cows when he cut stuff, because they do all their own logging. They pick all the sizes, so it's all the same, so they run the same size wood, straight log, and they can make some time. You can really cook along when you get good stuff. Otherwise, you're just fighting all the trash, which is basically what firewood is. Everybody's trash. Nothing really wants. Anything lower than firewood is mulch. Wood that they cut from mulch. Get out of there! Here it comes. Dog! Last. Oh no! I gotta get that one out. See that second one almost wanted to fall in there, so I gotta back it off to get them out of there. Otherwise, you get two buckets coming in, you guys need them. Especially with the big ones. If you drop two big ones in there, like two big turds trying to go down the toilet at the same time. You gotta plunge them and dig it out or whatever. You gotta break them up somehow. So I break them up a little bit. Here we go. Tumbling here. Come on. Lay down. Get in there. Take a nap. Somebody asked me not too long ago too. They asked me about the chain, how much I sharpen it. I can tell you this, it's rare. It just does not get very dull, and even if it's dull, it still cuts pretty dang good. It's being powered by a 115 horsepower Kubota engine, so yeah, it can cut some pretty good. And the 404 chain is much harder steel, sharpening it much harder, so it keeps the threads much longer. That one didn't need a cookie, it was already the right size. It's full steel. There we go. Okay, last log on the live deck. You gotta check behind every once in a while, make sure the logs aren't falling off. Right now it's not full yet. I can run a bunch more. Usually I can get 2.5 live decks full. Or three, I guess. Depending on the size of the logs. If they're nice sized logs, the trailer fills up real fast. So that strip up tray just keeps the logs from falling in. And nice to do this where you can bring it forward. You can look at the back of the clamp. Make sure it's not going to fall. Let the cookies crumble. Uh-oh. It'll be okay. I better pull it up. Yeah, it's caught right there. Yep. Trail. This one right here was caught between the wedge and the ejector. There you go. Now it's close right. So I should be able to just drop this in and reverse it. There we go. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to load the live deck and I'm going to raise up my wedge. The elevator is running pretty nicely right now. And it's pulling up the speed I had it up again. I'm going to get this clear it out, get it out of here. Sometimes I just use my hand, sometimes I use the wheel. Right now, I'm looking at all these out here. A couple of them caught down below there. I'm going to grab this. The Fuggle, the Fuggle. That's actually the name of the company. Fuggle manufacturer. It's not a pick of wood, it's Fuggle. Second contact with a little different design. There we go. We cleared out the stuff. Drop that back down. And I'm going to go back down to turtle speed. We're going to go back down to 1100 RPM instead of 2100. Because now I'm going to load the live deck. You can turn that off. That doesn't need to be running. We're going to load the live deck up and fill it up, and we can start running again. So I'm by myself. This is how I do it. I'm going to move the camera over here so you guys can see again. Okay, we're going to load the live deck up. I like to operate the tractor at about 1700 RPMs, right about in there seems to be the magic number. Because if you go too fast, your grapple, all your hydraulics run a little too quick and you get real jerky. But if you go too slow, you seem like it takes forever. Got a little one and a big one. Nice. All right. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to grab a couple from this front row that's closest to me. You basically just try to grab a couple at a time. If you do three, they end up going nasty crap, crooked, and they pile up on each other. By doing this, a lot of times I can shove them around a little bit, give them a little, convince them to drop in place. Because you want a single row. Because if you get a double row, or they're too high, you get problems on the other end. What happens is, you drop in two of them into the trough, and then that's an issue. So now I get right here, I'm going to drop this down. And basically I'm going to use the bottom two forks. And we're going to shove these down a little bit. And I can just keep doing that, and then I can shove them up. And then eventually all I want to have happen is have one drop into the trough on the other side. I kind of watch it. If you get two in the trough, it's a pain in the butt. And that's usually what happens when you're doing it. Let's get over here. Got some rollers. Shove this one over a bit. There we go. Now they're somewhat better. I went too far. That happens. Grab these two and then we'll put these two in. Get it. Tap, squeeze it in. Pull this one out a little bit. Get it down over here, I guess. You guys can see this one on top. I guess I gotta get fancy. Go in here. Shove this one back. This one forward. There we go. So this is where having a grapple is really nice, because you can do so many different things. And I know a lot of guys are telling me all the time how I've got to have forks. Oh, I got 3 of them here. That's going to be an issue. I don't want to do that. I don't know. I've tried forks off camera. You guys never saw it. I tried it. Didn't like it. I didn't have as much control with the grapple. You can hold on to them. Otherwise, with the forks, you got to get them just right. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. We got issues. We got issues. I didn't have it clamped in tight. That was a problem. But yeah, it's just a matter of, I guess, what you get used to. I don't know. I really like the grapple. My way of thinking is that it's like having a thumb. If you take your hand and you take your thumb off, you're not going to like your hand as much. I like having I get this log down on the ground and it causes me problems. I got to push it back again, get close enough to stop in the tire of the tractor. There we go. Okay, so now I can come in, I can push the whole works back a little bit. You want to be careful because you don't want to hit the machine, the live deck, bang it and bend something. So I'm just going to keep shoving. Should be able to drop. Try to get it to drop together. So, now we're going to take the next one. It's going to be this one with no bark. I think this is a piece of oak, or this is a piece of oak. You got a little bend in it, a little crooked one. Pile a little shove. Oh, one fell in. So when I see that back one fall in, I usually quit, but I think I can get one more in here on the end. Because what happens is you get two dropping in there and you just make problems for yourself. And this one should just fit on the end here. We'll drop this one in. Perfect. Just like downtown. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is get ready, because I will be able to come over here and I will be able to drop in these two right away. I just kind of keep them ready. So I get them right there, get them so it's just about to where they're going to roll out. And we're going to put the tractor in park, take it out of gear, turn it off, and there, the live deck is loaded. Now I'm going to go back up to rabbit speed and come back over here. Well, that's a King Kong in there. That one's a nasty looking one. Let's see what happens here. Usually the nasty ones don't behave very well. There we go. We got you guys looking. And it'll limp over here and climb back up on the saddle. One of the most important things right here, gotta stay hydrated. Got a little nectar of the gods here. See if the angels would like to pee on my tongue. Ah, delicious. All right, I'll move this out of the way. My peccaroon out of the way. We're ready to roll. Rabbit time. Wedges down. Clamp and cut. Being a surgeon. Clamp. Cut. Yeah. They just don't line up. Yeah, I'm splitting them in half. They just don't line up so well. Plus, you don't get much wood. So the amount of work it takes to make sideways. That's going to be ugly. The amount of work it takes is the same as if you got a decent size shoot. That's why I like the 10, 12, 14, 16. They're just nice. They're just lined up straight here. You can see it a little crooked, so just go backwards a little. Clamp them with cut. Now we're going to have to lift the tray up. Bring the clamp down so it doesn't tip over, go back, get it on the back side. Okay, that's good. Now we'll bring it down. There we go. Drop this. We'll drop my drawers. Looks like the pins get loose. Yep, a little bit. Close this up. It's still good. You don't want to have it get loose and have to throw a chain. Get these little guys and that happens too. They're all in there, discombobulated. Good. Get out of there. Let's turn my elevator back on. Elevator's going. Okay, we got a big boy coming now. Let's see what happens. This one's going to be interesting. It's like a giant turtle. Ah, here, look at that. See, this is the kind of stuff that happens when you get, pardon my French, shitty wood. Look at that. So it's a big, heavy bugger too. So I'm going to try to ram it a little bit. See if that doesn't bring back this stuff. It's just totally suspended. I can see it's like at 4 inches underneath. So now I got to climb up there and roll this SOB over. So I got to climb up over here. Yeah, this is just ugly. It's ugly. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do this. I'm pretty sure OSHA will probably arrest me for this. Right now we're just burning fuel. That's all we're doing. We're not making wood, we're burning fuel. We got the push up the plant hook. Climb up to this side. Roll it this direction. Oh, I can't even roll it. Should not even have put this one in there. This one got kicked out. Now we're going to climb up over here and see if I can roll it back. First, I got to get the puppet underneath. There we go. Roll over, you big bugger. I like to get it on the round side down. That's good. I'm going to pull it in a little closer. Not having fun, in case you're wondering. Not having fun. That's what we want. So yeah, every day challenge if I had wood. If I had beautiful wood, I'd probably have twice as much wood made because the amount of time it took me to do that, I could have cut 3 or 4 logs. Maybe 5, I don't know. Here we go. Back of the saddle. Alright, here we go. Come on in, baby. Oh, this is wide. I don't know if dogs are in the car. Nope. Look at that. Alright, we're going to leave that here just in case we need it again. Nothing but trouble. Nothing but problems. I should have kicked this one out when I saw it. Come on, roll over. Get out of here. Look at that a little bit. Go back up to rabbit speed. I could have had the whole life up there. Better, I guess. Ugly wood. I should never put this one on. Just cut it up. You get these big chunks. Open back. See if we can make anything decent out of that. I kind of doubt it's going to just crush itself. cut easy. Fine. Obviously, there's a whole tree. Lift this out, and we're going to ram our wedge down, and we're going to throw this one back in the trough, because it's ugly! A lot of good wood there. This will do this sometime. It's not worth it. We gotta go through. First one, here it comes. One, so it ain't gonna just fall into place. Get out of here, you ugly. So, we'll load up the live deck again. Yep. If I go real slow, there we go, I just dropped them in the trough there. Be enough, no, it's gonna hold it. It's a big boy. Oh, I gotta get one more. One more there. It's pretty full. In there. There we go. If you go ahead just about set it down. So you saw, I don't know, that was like an hour and a half or so I ran. Now I'm going to speed things up. I'm just going to put it on time lapse and you're going to watch wood get made. So no more talking. It appears that my cup hath run over. I had to throw some pieces in. I heard them hitting the ground. I was not paying attention and it got quite full. So that trailer load is full. So I'm gonna run it out into the field and we're gonna put it out there and I'm gonna put my trailer in here because this is Bert's trailer and we're gonna do another trailer load full because I still got a couple hours before dark. So we're gonna get one more trailer load full done. So first thing I'm gonna do, however, though, is I'm gonna load the live deck. I'm gonna fill that up. And then I'm going to take the tractor, move the trailer out, put the other trailer in, and start her back up. It appears as if I have filled yet another trailer, and I'm kind of getting the hang of this splitting, running the processor by myself. It's actually not too bad. Get the machine, loaded, run it, turn it down to the slower RPMs, let it idle a little bit, load up everything, do it again. Usually takes 3 deckfuls and then maybe a little bit on the ground here to fill the trailer. So for those of you that want to know, I went through almost 10 gallons of diesel fuel. I looked to do 2 loads, and 2 loads is going to be probably close to 2 full cords, maybe a little more, I don't know. It's a bunch of wood. And so we got that done. And I didn't quite finish that live deck string there. Here's what's left of the oak. Looks like a little more than a trailer load full, probably a trailer load full and a half. And then there's these little bitty things over here, and then there's hickory. So we're getting there. Look at that. The glowing orb in the sky is about to set. So that's a good thing. And tomorrow, I'm going to be back here doing more work. I think I'll probably have to do a bunch of splitting. I got 2 trailer loads full. And I also have a couple of orders that I have to deliver. So that's going to happen. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But tomorrow I'll be back here 5:30 a.m. You're going to be here watching the video because that's what you're good at. And you're like a professional, so you might as well just keep it up. Between now and then, you're going to go watch more videos because it's the right thing to do. Good night, Irene.